So today we're looking at this. I couldn't wait to try this. So putting it up, you actually have to follow the directions because, this pole goes here and this pole goes here. You can't mix them. Everything else was pretty easy. And then putting these on was a little confusing to start, but after I used common sense, these little holes showed you they have to hang them. This center section has a zipper, which is very, very cool. But this bends. Now, you can do black or white, or you can do both. You can do black on one side, white on the other. I just have the white on for now because like I said, I'm just trying it for the first time. I didn't use it as a V-flat today in the shoot that you're going to see coming up. I had it there for a V-flat, and I said, screw it, I want to use this as the backdrop to see if this is going to work for people for a backdrop. And it worked, from what I saw in the back of the camera, extremely well. So, for people that have smaller studios, and like my studio here, it's smaller, these would be very, very cool for like a backdrop. I'll use the other one as a V-flat. Now, I'll do another video on it when I'm putting that thing up so I can show you how to put it up. It's like I said, it's not really that hard. The first time, okay, it was a little difficult because I didn't know what I was doing and I put poles on the wrong side and stuff. Simple like that. Like, this is one hole doing it up here and I put that on the wrong side. Stupid things. Other than that, it went up pretty quick and easy. It has some weight to it. This is not a lightweight thing. It's going to last. It's made extremely well. So I'm telling you, for a lot of you that just want that quick, easy setup for a backdrop and maybe another one for that V-flat, this may be the way to go. And it's not going to be hard to change these out too, like to switch this from white to black. It'll take a little time, but I don't know. For something like this, I think it's worth it. And it does pull up tight and you can put it to corner and add a little bit. So yeah, I liked it. I think it's going to be really good for a lot of people. It's definitely could be good for me here for the studio. Maybe I'll leave this one white and I'll put the other one up and use the black on that one and I can swap them out for the backdrops. I just, there's a lot you can do with it and there's a lot to think about with it. Anyway, let's get into the shoot, see what we can do with this. Anyway, I think this is going to be a winner for Westcott. I like what it does, how it works. It's impressive. There's not much more I could say about it. And I have a feeling, knowing Westcott and what they do, because I love the X-Drop. This is built really strong, but I have a feeling they're going to start putting out other material for this with designs and all kinds of things. So if they do that, I think that's definitely going to really attract a lot more people besides the ones that it's already going to attract. But I like to white and black. I'm not somebody for pattern backdrops very often. I like colors every once in a while. So I want to see what they're going to do. I have a feeling this is going to go extremely well, and I think they're going to start putting out other backdrops for this, like white, yellow, green, blue, and then, the masters and shit like that. I think it'll be kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Let's get to the shoot. This is just going to be a quick and easy one. Hopefully you'll get the idea of what this thing does and how it works.
So I wanted to start this shoot with my regular backdrop at its full height. My biggest concern with using the new V-flats from Westcott as a backdrop would be the height itself. And I want to see how it stacks up versus, this large backdrop. Now I'm just using Speedlight, the A10, Profoto A10, and the Profoto A2. They're just basically two Speedlights. One in the umbrella, one raw Speedlight with a grid on it. I love this little setup, and for a lot of people, many people, this is all you really need for a studio shoot like this, believe it or not. Now, yeah, it is nice to have the higher power flashes because, again, recycling time is quicker. You can wipe out ambient light if you have ambient light in the studio with, more powerful flashes. But for me, my big goal here is to check out the V-flat, not to create perfect images. So that's how I'm starting this. Then I'll bring in that V-flat and see where I'm at with that as far as the height of it and so forth. Now, the worst case scenario is I'll have to shoot at an even angle versus shooting up. And I love to shoot up at my subjects because it gives them height and presence in the image. So, that's my only concern with this type of backdrop, bringing that in. The excitement about this is Westcott doing what they normally do and, creating different types of material for this, which I think is really exciting and it's going to be very cool to have that kind of option for this, because again, you can turn that into a corner, or use two of them and make a box out of it, whatever you want to do. It is easy to put up. It's going to take time if you're going to use it on location. It's not something that goes up in 2 seconds. It's not like one of these pop-ups. You have to put it together and you have to put the backdrop on. I think once I get used to putting it together, because this was my first time, it'll be a lot easier. But it took me a little bit of time this time because I had no clue on how to do this. And again, I'll do another shoot with these, with the two of them, just to see exactly what I can do with these and what I can create with them. But for this shoot, I just wanted to play and see exactly what I'm going to get out of these. Now, I'm just using the one light now because, using a hair light, I'd have to go over the top of them. And I wanted her close to start, just to see what the light pattern's going to be and how they look. And I'm not doing any kind of editing on these because I want you to see what it looks like, just with the backdrop and the shadowing and so forth. Now I'm going handheld with this because I want to shoot directly underneath the flash to minimize the shadows. And again, to see how this thing looks like this. This is a lightweight setup, so it's really easy to do. And for me, it's a lot more fun. I'm more engaged with the shoot when I shoot like this. Now you can see how close I have her to the backdrop. So I'm not having an issue with the height of it. And she's probably around 5'2", 5'3". So I have plenty of headroom there. But as soon as I pull her away from that backdrop a little bit and then start shooting up at her, I will definitely get the top of that. So it's an issue, but it's not too big of an issue if you set up your lights right and you don't pull them too far away from the backdrop. But the second you start pulling them really far away from the backdrop, that's going to be an issue. For me, I'm thinking this is great for headshots and, this type of shoot where you're not doing full length and shooting up. Because now you'll see how far away I have her from the backdrop. And again, I like to shoot up at my subjects. This would be an issue. Like I couldn't go down too far. And I'm just getting the very top of that. That's the problem. So although this is a really good solution, that's the only thing you have to watch out for. And you can see the backdrop behind it. It's probably another 6 inches to 8 inches taller. These are pretty tall for what they are. Again, my worst case scenario is to have to modify just a little bit on how I normally shoot. Like number one, the distance from the backdrop for my subject and my angles. This is a good angle. I'm close to the top again, but it's doing a great job. So I'm not too worried about it at this point. And the other factor you have to consider is what focal length you're using. Because of that compression, if you're with a longer focal length, that'll take care of that issue a little bit as well. But shooting wide on these, that would be an issue. You would have to have your subject closer to the backdrop if you wanted to shoot a wider angle lens. I'm saying from 35 to 28, somewhere around there, or wider. But if I'm shooting a 50 or a 75, I don't think it will be an issue at all, even at a slight angle up. Again, the only thing I'm going to lose is that deeper angle that I like to shoot at, shooting up at my subject. Then I would have to move her closer to the backdrop and worry about shadowing. But other than that, I think it's great. Now, if you're somebody that just shoots headshots or 3/4, these are going to work perfectly for you. And, the benefit of this is being able to fold these up and put them in the corner somewhere. And then if you have two of them, you can have one white and one black. All you have to do is switch them out if you want to change the backdrop. It would be that simple. Now, obviously, I'm referring to these things as backdrops through this whole shoot because that's what I'm using them for. But, these are V-flats. So if you have a backdrop and you're using these as V-flats, they're fantastic. They work great. They have a great height. There's no issue with them. But since you have this kind of material on them and you don't have the tape that you would have on a regular V-flat, the seams that they have tape on that you have to, remove in Photoshop after you shoot, this is going to be very popular for backdrops like this. So that's what I'm really excited about, because I'll use these things all the time. On their own or along with the X-Drop Pro, I think there's some really unique configurations you can do with these, and I can't wait to explore that in future videos because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. But now that I've used this, I'm looking forward to more shoots with this system. I can't wait to get the other one up. I'm going to do the black cloth in the other one. Again, they come with white and black in the kit. So having two just makes it a lot easier for me if I want one white and one black. Unless you're going to use them just as V-flats, then, you know, you can have both white or both black or, you know, mixed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the shoot. I'm going to leave the link for these in the description below. Definitely take a look, because I think for a lot of you, this is going to be a great option for either V-flats and or a backdrop, or both.